Why plant a church? That's a great question. This idea of Paul going to all these different towns and villages all around the known world, and everywhere he left, what he left was a church. And there was something about that captured my imagination and planted a seed that never really left me. The best way to reach lost people, the best way to reach people who are young, who haven't been to church in a long time, is to start a new church. Ultimately, we felt like God called us to. He was calling us to move across the country and start something new, to a place where 8 out of 10 people don't share my faith. 54% grew up in church and have abandoned it for one reason or another. And with 1,500 people a day moving to Florida, the churches couldn't keep up with the population growth, with the people that don't yet know Jesus. And when we prayer walked our community, it wrecked my wife and me. And we knew that this is what God was calling us to. There's been a lot of challenges in this journey, acclimating to a new culture, helping our kids acclimate to a new culture, raising funds. I mean, we had to raise $1.3 million of external support for 5 years for us to be here. And that was tough. It didn't come. Thought certain people would say yes, and they didn't. And we had to go back to the drawing board several times. And yet I believe that starting that way, and that the challenges of starting that way just with unchurched people, has led to the fruit that we have today of a church that is very much built and designed for people that don't know Jesus to come and learn about Jesus. So the challenges have made us who we are, but man, they were hard. The greatest joys by far are seeing the people who moved to Naples hoping that this place would provide them all of their hopes and dreams. Marriages fall apart in Naples, addictions run rampant in Naples, debt piles up in Naples. And what we have seen is when people who have become discontent and disillusioned with the allure of Naples begin to find their hope in Jesus, to begin to find their peace in Jesus, their contentment in Jesus. It makes everything worth it. This lady comes to me every day, every Sunday. Do you really believe that your past does not define you? And I can just get to tell her the gospel of Jesus every single week. She got baptized a couple weeks ago. And we had on this board, on one side they write what they were like before Jesus, and on the other side it turns around and says, made for more. She had written the word monster. That's how she views herself. And shaking, she turned that sign around and it said, made for more. And to see that, and for just several people to experience the gospel of Jesus, the grace of Jesus, and have new life in Him, that makes all of the struggle and the challenge worth it. But if you want to plant into a community a new work that's going to literally be breaking the chains of Satan's strongholds on people's lives, you're going to get persecuted, you're going to get attacked by the enemy, you're going to put a big target on your back, but you're also going to see the type of things that God did in the book of Acts. You're going to see that happen in your life, in your family's lives, and the people around you, their lives as well. And so you're going to be for a wild ride. It's going to be gritty, it's going to be scrappy, it's not going to be easy, it's going to be the best experience of your life, it's going to be the hardest thing that you've ever done. And it's entirely worth it.